What up? What up with all my people? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with y'all YouTube, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to the fans' point of view, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come up in here. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like so everybody knows, share, subscribe to the channel. I put the link down there so we can get into some conversations. Man, this is crazy. What's going on today? What is going on? Am I really witnessing Alabama in real time getting BTA by Florida State? Is we just watching that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But man, oh my goodness. We got some things to talk about. We got some things to talk about, y'all. Arch Manning. We got to talk about Arch Manning because that's the title of the show. Is Arch Manning over hype? Is his stock going down? Is it up? Is everybody going to calm down on Arch Manning now and wonder why I and a few others, shout out to my Rawhide fam, Alpha, Neckbound, Law Dog, Cliff, Bishop, and everybody. If I forgot you, everybody that we've been saying, we've been telling everybody for a minute now. Pump your brakes on Arch Manning. We have not seen him play in the SEC yet. Had a couple of games underneath his belt, and everybody just jumped off the ledge. Let's go foul. Let's see what he's got. Ran into an Ohio State team. I mean, a very good Ohio State team. I mean, a lot of people had him underrated. Texas went into this game number 1, which I think is very disrespectful to the guy who we about to watch play. I only got a little bit of time to cook here, right? Because we still got LSU and Clemson coming on later. So I want to be off here by then. But Garrett Nussmeier, if anything, shouldn't he be the number 1 quarterback in the SEC? I mean, I'm just saying he has the most experience in the SEC, besides Tylen Green that's playing Alabama A&M right now at the moment, and a few others. Really though, we honestly they just catapulted him so high and put him at a level to where it's almost unfair to critique him. And my exact take on Arch Manning was he's going to be this year's Shador. And will he run into some of the same problems, right? And I must say, before I get into my whole breakdown and my comments on Arch Manning, that I think his grandfather was correct. I think his grandfather was correct when he's saying that Arch should come back another year. Now, it's still early. I don't want to hit the panic button on nothing. It's still early. He threw some good passes. The receivers didn't help at times, but then there's that inexperience. What he saw with Ohio State today is what he's going to need and what he's going to see in order to be a top team in the SEC. You get what I'm saying, y'all? What up, Cliff? What's going on with you, bruh? What's going on? Like he's going to play those type of games in order to win the SEC. Georgia, I mean, Bama's, I don't know what Bama's looking like. It's looking rough for Alabama right now at the moment, but we still got to see LSU and Clemson play later. And I'm pretty sure that LSU, Brian Kelly, Garrett Nussmeier, and those guys and company, that's going to be a good game. And we'll see what's up with that. But you got to be tough to win in the Big Ten or the SEC. He went against one of the top teams in the SEC, just didn't really show that well. Cliff is up in here. What up, Cliff? What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. Just up in here, chopping it up on this Arch Manning situation, man. On this Arch Manning real quick, you know what I mean? Is he overhyped? Because that's the first thing. I didn't even get into my picks yet. I didn't even get into my college football picks. I didn't get into the Steelers topic or nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on Arch Manning right now. Do you think that Arch Manning is overhyped? What you think?
I'm gonna say no, and the reason I'm gonna say no is because I just during the game I found out that Matt Patricia was the new defensive coordinator. So I can kind of find out. I can kind of understand why he struggled today.
Mm-hmm.
We got to understand. Matt Patricia had two top five defenses when he was at the New England Patriots.
I get
Won,
that. I understand it.
won two Super Bowls. I watched a little bit of a breakdown. They did a lot of disguising, like pre-snap and then after the snap. So pre-snap, a lot of times he thought they were in man, and after the
Mm-hmm.
snap, it turned into zone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, on some of those, yeah, he should recognize that, but we got to understand he really only played what was it two full games last season, or was it just one?
And that's everybody. That's the point. I think that's what some people's point is coming from. Like, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that he's trash. You know what I mean? I wanted to get everybody's opinion on it, but I think that's what I'm leaning towards is the overhypeness that everybody was talking about with Arch. Now, we told everybody to pump their brakes. We was like, hold up now, pump y'all brakes, you know what I'm saying, on Arch Manning. We've had this
Right.
conversation before over on Rawhide's panel on the channel, and we told everybody, like, pump your brakes. We don't know what Arch is gonna do, you know what I mean? He don't have the SEC experience, you know what I mean, to go out there and really say that. So I mean, now the world is seeing that, you know, that his post snap read is off. I guess that's what you're saying, right? You're saying his post snap read is off.
I mean, he hadn't seen anything like that. It's the first game. He probably hasn't seen anything like that. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, you know, everybody say pump the brakes. I agree. He's a different type of man.
You went out a little
And
bit
what I
there.
mean by that, if people have done their, oh, you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Trucking.
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me
We can
now?
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. You're good.
Okay. Uh, what I was saying was he's a different type of Manning. And people go say, what? But if you do your research, he's more like his father, Cooper.
Okay.
Cooper was the more athletic Manning
Okay.
that
And
didn't,
I
you
agree.
know, go to the pros and things like that. So those are the genes he's gotten. Even though he plays quarterback, he's more athletic than Peyton and Eli. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying, you know, he's not as smart as those two, because actually I think Peyton was the smartest out of all of them. But it's going to take time for him to see things and get acclimated. So, in a way, if we want to look at it like everybody was hyping him, I guess you can say it was overhyped. To me, it was a learning experience for him today,
Agreed.
and
Agreed.
I think it'll bode well the rest of the season because he can go back and he can look, and we know NCAA can be a little bit of copycat league. I don't know if they can be they can do things to Matt Patricia's level as far as being exotic on the back end, but he's had those reps now. Big game in front of a lot of people on the road is going to bode is going to bode good for him for the remainder of the season. That's how I feel.
Okay. I mean, look, I'm just like I've been saying, like, look, man, look, I don't think now, I just don't think that obviously he wasn't ready for what he's seen. I knew he wasn't. I knew. I had a feeling he wasn't going to be ready for what he's seen today. A more complex scheme defense called by Matt Patricia. You know what I mean? The post snap reads, but he's going to see that in the SEC, and he was already ranked number one in the SEC, above Garrett Nussmeier, above quarterbacks who've played in the SEC last year and had more playing experience than Arch Manning. Now that everybody see what's going on, now it's like it's it's just kind of like, how should I put this? How could I put this? Okay, it's just so many people out there were just putting him already on this pedestal to where when there's no way but to fail after you see a game like that today, regardless of what schemes he's seen. what everybody talked about, what everybody's out there been saying about him and how they're feeling. Now, me myself, I expected this kind of game out of Arch Manning. I really did, especially going up against one of the top teams in the Big Ten. But he's going to face more of that in the SEC. This is not going to be the only game. Now, will he pick it up later? Yes. Do I think that Arch Manning needs to come out in the draft next year? No. Because if he can't handle, and it's just my opinion on this, if he can't handle an Ohio State called by an NFL defense, you can pretty much say called by Matt Patricia, he needs to stay because this is only his first year. So technically, this is his rookie year in the SEC. He needs to stay another year. Forget about drafting him next year, everybody in the NFL, and work on your craft. You still got one more year. You're only a junior. You're a true junior. You know what I mean? You got a senior year. Stay there, work on your craft, and get better. And that's it. You know what I mean? So it's shocking to a lot of people to see what they saw today. You know what I mean? Like, he was surrounded by a little bit more. I mean, that's a team sport. You know, he had a great team, and I still I still think that Texas is a great team. Texas is great. They're good. And they're going to be fine. You know what I mean? They'll be fine. Ohio State is just nothing to play with. They got a great staff, a great program over there. The way they run it, the way that they recruit players, they do an excellent job at what they do up at Ohio State. They don't spend all that money for no reason. And I know some Texas fans out there may be hitting the panic button, but don't hit the panic button right now, Texas fans.
Oh, no.
He's new. He's new. You know what I mean? He's new. And it's a shame that, and where I was getting at, Cliff, is like, you know how a lot of people in media are friends with Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, and this has nothing to do with him and his kids. The same thing is going on with the Mannings. A lot of people in the media that do media are friends with the Mannings, that family. So they won't fairly critique Arch in the mainstream media due to his last name. So that's why I said that he's this year's Shador, because now you got people in the mainstream who are not going to get fair critiques on Arch and say, you know what, Arch needs to learn. They're like, he's going to be a first-round draft pick. He's a Heisman favorite. After today, I don't think he is. But I'm just saying, like, you know, all that comes with his last name, and it's unfair to him. And when when professionals are afraid to do their jobs due to their personal relationships, things get misconstrued. You know what I mean? And now there's the misinformation on who he is. He will get better throughout the year. He needed this game. I thought that in the fourth quarter, when the pressure was on, I think it was under 3 minutes. He made some good throws. It was when it was quick, and he was decisive when he was allowed to, you know, take the training wheels off. He looked a little good in the fourth quarter. But there's just, you know, he has some things that he needs to work on it and go through the process, man, before we crown him number one quarterback in the SEC, number Heisman candidate, so forth and so on. Like, he'll get there. Just give him time. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's all. I mean, also, me looking at the game, I think Sarkisian could have helped him out a little bit more. And what I mean by that is, you know, the physicality of hold on, trucking.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Answer that, man. Deal with that. Yeah, y'all. So, I mean, like, I think everybody in here, man, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I put the link down there in the chat or whatever, man. But that's my take on Arch Manning, man. Don't panic today. It's cool. I expected this kind of game out of him. I'm sure some Texas fans did. A lot of people, sometimes the mainstream, and that's just it with it. You know, the mainstream have a tough time being honest and critiquing people that they know. And I'm sure a lot of us know that by now. And don't get caught up in those hype trains. But moving on, man, to the next topic, man. I got a lot to get through before I get on up out of here today. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot to try to cover real quick in this short amount of time. So let me keep moving. You good, Cliff?
Yeah, I'm good. The only statement I want to finish was I just think he could have helped them in the run game more. Um, Considering this was his first game in a hostile environment. Um, going in Ohio State, you got to come in there physical. You got to go in there physical. Your offensive line has to set the tone, and I think setting the tone would have been really running the ball. You were in too many third and long situations.
All right. So I'm a okay. So I'm gonna jump on this CU topic, Cliff. I'm gonna jump right up into this CU real quick. And I'll get into the Michael Parsons and everything because I'm sure the people that jumped up in here said I want to hear about that CU thing, but that's what I got to say about them. Shout out to Ohio State getting a victory today, man. I knew they was going to step up. They, by the way, Julian Sand played good. I thought that Ohio State played had a good game defensively, a great game defensively. Looked like they ain't miss a beat. Looked like Ohio State did not miss a beat to me. That's look like they should be the true number one team, but we'll see when Ohio State and Penn State clash this year. Who's really going to carry the title right now? But don't be sleeping on Georgia. I see what Gunnar Stockton doing. I know it's against Marshall, but Georgia, those trenches, that's where it's at. That's where the game is won at. That's where the game is won. So let me make that clear. Let me jump up into the CU game. Now I know we talked about this a little bit last night, so I really don't want to spend too much time